In the heart of Thrace, a land wild and untamed where the mountains kiss the clouds and the rivers carve the earth, the story of Spartacus begins. Born to the nomadic tribes of the region, he was cradled in a world where freedom was the greatest treasure, a gem more precious than the gold that laced the earth's belly. As a boy, Spartacus learned to listen to the wind's whispers and speak the language of the wild. He was raised on the lore of his people, tales of heroes and gods, of battles and bonds stronger than iron. His father, a warrior of some renown, taught him the art of combat, not just as a means of violence, but as a dance of life, a way to honor the ancestors and the land that sustained them. Yet, this idyllic existence was but a fragile veil over the harsh realities of their world. Thrace, rich in beauty and resources, was a gem coveted by many, especially the ever-expanding Republic of Rome. Roman legions, with their disciplined ranks and insatiable hunger for conquest, cast covetous eyes on Thrace, leading to inevitable clashes with the fiercely independent tribes. Spartacus grew into a man amid these tumultuous times, his heart burning with love for his homeland and a simmering rage against the encroaching forces of Rome. He was no longer just a youth with dreams of glory. He became a defender of his people, a warrior thrust into the age-old struggle of freedom against subjugation. The Romans, with their legions, tactics, and relentless pursuit of expansion, eventually overwhelmed the Thracian tribes. In a fateful battle, clouded by the dust and blood of conflict, Spartacus was captured. The young warrior who had fought fiercely for every breath of free air was now shackled, a prize of war to be paraded before the Roman Senate and sold into slavery. The journey to Rome was a long and humiliating procession, where Spartacus and his fellow captives were displayed as trophies of Roman superiority. Through the throngs of jeering crowds and down the marble streets stained with the blood of conquest, Spartacus walked with his head held high and his spirit unbroken despite the chains that bound him. Upon arriving in Rome, Spartacus was sold into the brutal world of the Gladiator. The Ludus, a gladiatorial training school, became his new realm, a place where the currency was blood, and survival depended on a mix of skill, cunning, and the favor of the gods. Owned by Lentulus Batiatus, a lanista of some renown, Spartacus was thrust into the grueling regime of a gladiator. Spartacus, alongside other slaves and captives, was molded into a weapon. Yet even in the depths of despair and degradation, his resolve remained unyielded. The fires of rebellion which had sparked in the free hills of Thrace now smoldered quietly in his heart, waiting for the moment to ignite. In the sands of the arena, Spartacus learned not just to fight, but to observe, to plan, and to lead. He saw the weaknesses in his captors' eyes, the flaws in their armor, both physical and metaphorical. His prowess in the arena earned him respect and fear, becoming a symbol of hope for those enslaved and a threat to the Roman establishment. Amidst the carnage and spectacle of the gladiatorial games, Spartacus found allies, kindred spirits who shared his yearning for freedom. Together they formed a bond stronger than the walls that caged them, plotting in secret, learning from each other, and waiting for the moment to strike. As Spartacus grew in stature, both as a gladiator and a leader, so too did his influence. The ludus that once confined him soon became the crucible where the spark of rebellion was nurtured. Through whispered conversations and covert exchanges, Spartacus and his companions laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most legendary uprisings in history.